Dominique, and finally I am back, even though nobody really knows me like that, but I am here today to do a video. I did my first recording last Wednesday. It was awful. I looked at it and the tripod that I had was way too tall for what I wanted to do in my bathroom. Like, I can't put this big old tripod on the sink, so I finally found a smaller tripod that was really cheap at Target. If you're looking for one, it was only $15, and I was so excited because I was like, yes, something that can like be right in my face, because the tripod I had, like I said, was way too tall and I had to like look up the whole time I was looking in the camera, and it wasn't fun at all. So finally I have started. I'm like not nervous anymore. I'm more confident about it, because at first I was like, what if people think I don't do that great of a makeup job? Of course, everyone starts from the bottom and works their way up to becoming, you know, pretty good at the makeup thing. I just want to give you a background history of my makeup experience. I always wanted to know how to put on makeup since I've been in middle school. My mom wouldn't let me because she thought that's too grown. That's not something, you know, someone in middle school should wear. And I was like, oh, whatever. So, you know, I tried on a little bit of eyeshadow, and I was like, that was it. Like, I didn't have nothing else on but just eyeshadow. So gold eyeshadow was the first start of my makeup journey. And then when I got into high school, I was on the dance team, and we had to wear makeup everywhere we went, as far as the performance or just going to do like things with the team. We had to put on makeup, and that's when I learned how to put on lashes. I learned how to put on eyeshadow. Not really necessarily the proper way of how to put on eyeshadow, but the biggest part of all was that I learned how to put on lashes in the 9th grade, and I was like, yes, I know how to put on lashes. So, you know, it's really easy for me to just pop on lashes. Like, I literally can probably put lashes on with my eyes closed, because I have been putting them on forever. And then once I started putting makeup on from dance, I just started getting into makeup. And then I wasn't really good. You know, if you're in high school, you're not like a pro at makeup. You just kind of play with stuff. And then I got better, and a little bit better. And then once I graduated, I got better. But then it was like, you know, still not the greatest makeup job. But then I started looking at more YouTube videos, and I started getting more, you know, reading more about stuff and about all these different things that you can do with makeup. And that's why I was like, you know what, I feel like I need to do a makeup video, because people always compliment me on my makeup when I'm out and about. So I was like, you know what, maybe I should just go ahead and start my YouTube thing for makeup. Because originally I was not going to do makeup. I was going to do like mixture of makeup, thrifting. I still am, because thrifting is my like passion. That's all I like to do, is thrift shop. But makeup was more of my sister's thing, which if you watched my other video, I was kind of rambling because I couldn't think straight about a lot of things. My sister actually passed away. I want to say it's been a month now. Actually, a month was yesterday. She passed away a month ago, and she was obsessed with makeup. So a lot of the things that I actually have now are things that my sister used or she had. And my sister had, when I say so much makeup, my sister has so much makeup. Like, my niece and I have not even been through half of her makeup collection, because she has so much makeup, and it's kind of overwhelming because it's that much. Like, she has so much makeup. I've never seen somebody buy as much makeup as she has. I know I see a lot of people on YouTube buy a whole bunch of makeup, but my sister had a lot of makeup. So a lot of the things that I'm going to show you guys today is some of the things that she had, and I was able to kind of pick out some of the things that I liked, and I was able to pick out some really cool things. Some of the things are expensive, some of the things are like expensive, like I probably wouldn't have bought it because I'm very cheap. And that's one thing you have to know about me, is I am super cheap. Super duper duper cheap. So if I talk about a lot of things in here, it's all things that are mostly all of them are pretty affordable for everybody to get if you want to just be simple, cute, but still on a budget, and still, you know, not spending so much money on makeup. Because I know a lot of people are like, I don't want to spend all that for makeup. So I have a lot of things like that. My videos are all for my sister, because this is something that we wanted to do together, but we didn't get the chance to do it. And she especially wanted to start a YouTube channel for makeup because she loved makeup and she bought so much of it. She literally could have done all kinds of videos with all the makeup that she had. So enough rambling. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Give you guys get started. Right now, what I'm gonna be doing is starting on my eyebrows, and as you can see, sorry, I'm getting brushes at the same time. My eyebrows aren't, you know, super duper. I'm gonna be looking to the right in my mirror. My eyebrows aren't super duper thick. They do have a nice, you know, a nice look to them. This little part of my eyebrow right here has been like that since I was a kid, so it's not like I just took some clippers or some tweezers and messed up my eyebrows. They're like that all the time, and then every time I go to like different places to get my eyebrows done, they're always like, what happened? And I'm like, just do my darn eyebrows. So this is, you know, a little spot that's missing, so please try to just ignore that. But what I like to use, this is actually something my sister had. This is the MAC brow border, because I'm gonna show you what I use. Way cheaper than MAC. This is the Ruby, I'm gonna be honest, this is bomb. This Ruby Kisses Gold brow pencil. It has the retractable brow thing that you can use up there, and then it has like a little spoolie at the end. So this is honestly actually a very good brow pencil, but because I wanted to use my Anastasia pomade today, I'm going to, you know, kind of stick with that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and outline my eyebrows. I start from the bottom, and then I want to have like separate tutorials on everything that I do, because, you know, people are gonna be like, oh, well, how do you do that? And, you know, people ask questions all the time. Not like it's like I'm gonna get 1,000 questions, because I really don't have, you know, much subscribers yet, but hopefully I get there. So where I do have plenty of subscribers. But like, as you can see from right here, I do not like to fill in that little portion of my eyebrows. I like to keep it just my hair, because it makes it look a little bit more natural and realistic. So yeah, I'm going to just keep filling. I'm going to be honest, this eyebrow over here is a little bit harder to fill in because of the missing part. Oh, but you know, I just have to kind of go with the flow. I'm not really trying to fill them in too much with this brow pencil. That's weird. I'm not trying to fill them too much in with this brow pencil, because I want to go in with my pomade to fill it in and make it darker. So yeah, right now I look a little silly with just like my front part not filled in. But what I'm gonna do is, I have the chocolate one, and as you can see, I really killed this stuff. But maybe you could probably use this. This is something that my sister bought me for Christmas one year by BH Cosmetics. It is a like really small angle brush. There we are. Ooh. Okay, that angle brush right there is there we go. Okay, so this angle brush is what I use for the brow, for the pomade. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this in. I'm kind of doing something a little bit different today, because but I'm going to go ahead and take a spoolie. I keep changing spoolies. I really need to stick to the same one so I know which ones I need to clean. Whatever. So what I'm doing right now is just brushing up the front of my eyebrows to go ahead and blend. Here we are. Eyebrows are, you know, somewhat finished. Not really. I am running low, but I am using my yeah, I just need to throw this away because it's like literally nothing in here. This is my Queen Latifah Golden Honey concealer that she has. Her concealer is so watery. I do not like that thick cream around my eyebrows because my skin is very dry. So when I try to wipe off some of the cream, it just makes my skin flake a lot because my skin is so dry, and the cream just makes my skin drier than what it needs to be. And no matter how much moisturizer I put on, if I do that with the cream, it just looks really bad. And also, I don't like that cream look, you know, around your eyebrows, that it looks like you haven't blended in your eyebrow concealer very well. I don't like that at all. So this is so watery, and this is only thing I use. This is the only thing I use this concealer for, is my eyebrows, because it's so watery. I got it and I was like, whoa, this is really watery. Like, you can't do much of anything with this. But for your eyebrows, it is really good. If you're not that person who likes to have that thick cream around your eyebrows, but you still want it to have a nice crisp look, this is really some good concealer to use for your eyebrows. As you can see, you can't really tell, but this is really low, so I can't really give you this. Okay, so I'm gonna take this brush that I've had for years and years. I've had this brush so long, but it's so perfect. Like, I want to show you guys how it looks. So let me go ahead and auto adjust by myself. This brush right here, I don't know what it was called, to be honest. I don't know what kind of brush this is, but it was originally like this, I think, like one of those. And so I basically flattened it out and I made it like this. And I'm going to show you how like cool it is to use on your eyebrows. So what I like to do is go ahead and take the brush, and the fan basically helps, you know, go around the eyebrow. The fan effect of how I just made this brush with my fingers. I don't know if you can really tell. This eyebrow just looks way crisp than the other one. I think it's because I'm running really low on this concealer and I really need to get another one. Some people don't really like to do the cleanup concealer look. I do because, like I said, because I'm missing a piece of my eyebrow, I need to get the concealer to clean it up to make it nice and crisp, because I literally just had to like fill in a piece of my eyebrow. Okay, so some girls like to go out like this. And that's a no-no. I mean, to be very honest, it's how you want it, really. But I just don't think that's very cute. I don't think that's a good idea. So what I like to do is take my finger and just kind of smudge this around. Once I put my foundation and stuff on, all of this basically goes away on the top part of my eyebrow. So I take my finger and I wipe. Like I'm telling you, this Queen Latifah concealer is very, very watery, so it's not hard at all to wipe the concealer off. As you can see, a lot of it has wiped off, and now I'm about to go ahead and put on my gel. This is the Kiss, it wiped off, but this is the Kiss brow gel. I got this from the beauty supply store and it seems fine to me. I don't know how you can tell if a gel is like really good. I don't know. I guess if your eyebrows don't stay in place. But this seems pretty good. My eyebrows seem to stay on all day, so I like to put at least 2 coats because I did this different kind of brow. Alright, so next thing I want to go ahead and do is my eyes. I like to go from eyebrows, eyes, and then face because I don't like to touch my face. You know, I don't like to put my foundation on and touch on my face when I'm doing my eyes, because I just think that's, like, I don't want to wipe off too much product, basically, and then have to start all over. I am going to be priming my eyes with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and you guys should probably know what this stuff is. It's all over YouTube, and everybody uses this stuff just about. So I'm going to use this as my eyeshadow base. Once I put this on, I'm going to put it on my finger first. It's not like a creamy, like it doesn't feel like concealer. Like I know some eyeshadow primers are like real creamy like concealers, but I don't really, like you don't need a brush to put this on with. Wow, I had like eyelash glue stuck on me. Okay, so I put my my primer on. And now this is the BH Cosmetics natural brown neutral eyeshadows. Like I said, my sister had a lot of makeup and a lot of the stuff she didn't even use. So this is kind of old, but new to me. She never used it, so it's, you know, my first time kind of. This is like a really old like blending brush that I got from Sonia Kashuk as well. It was gold. Now it looks like rusted gold, I guess. I killed this thing. So I am going to go ahead and just kind of point to you what shadows I'm going to be using. I'm going to go in to my crease with this brown. Change my mind. I'm going to go in with this brown right here. It does not have any names because it's just a neutral palette, so there's not going to be names of it on here. But I'm just going to go into the crease with this brown right there. And then I am going to go ahead and use another little, actually I'm going to use, this is a brush I got from Walgreens, and I'm going to go out to the outer corner of my eye. I don't like the black that's in here because it has little shimmers in it, and I'm trying to stay with the matte colors because that's what I would wear for an everyday look. I really wouldn't put on too much shimmery eyeshadow. I have this old school hip black that's in here. I only use the black in here. I don't really necessarily use this other color, but this black is really good in this. I don't even think they make hip anymore. That's been discontinued so long ago, but I just like to use the black that's in here, and I like to just put it on the corner part of my eye and kind of work it into the crease just a little bit, but not really. Okay, so you have the black on the outer corner. And you guys should probably like, that's a day look because it's kind of dark. But once we get to blending in everything, it's not going to look like that. So I'm going to go in with my flat eyeshadow brush by Sonia Kashuk. I guess that's her name as well. I use a lot of her little brushes. And I'm going to go in with this like matte tan color, I want to say. It's like a tannish color. I'm going to go in with that on my lid and just kind of pack it on and pat it on. That's how I put my eyeshadow on, just by patting on the lid. And I do this about 3 times because I want the color on my lids to actually show, because when you blend you are kind of taking some of the eyeshadow off. So I just want to make sure it's nice and patted. It's really just that simple. I just use three simple colors. If you want to get real jazzy with it, you can go ahead and add like a cute little shimmer in it. I'm going to take my Wet n Wild highlight that I'm going to be using later. It's the Fergie. From what the lady told me in the Walgreens, she said that they're going to be discontinuing Fergie from Walgreens, and they were on sale. So these were $2.49, and then the other one, it was buy one get one half off. So the other one was like $1 and some change. And let me tell you, these highlights are kind of dope. So I'm gonna just put that in my tear duct if I want like a little bit of a gold right there. Nothing major, because like I said, I want it to be somewhat matte. I don't want too much shimmer on my eye. So yeah, just like that. And now I'm gonna blend it. So I'm gonna take the same brush that I used earlier with the dark brown, and I'm going to go ahead and blend a lot of this black into the crease a little bit more and onto the lid. I can actually see me doing this. Okay, so I got it pretty much blended the way I want it to look. If you guys can see. Should I focus in? Here. Okay, so you guys can see it. It's just like a simple little, you know, shaboing bring, and try to put my camera back in focus because autofocus just sucks in this camera. And yeah, so that's what for my eyeshadow there. I'm gonna put a very light color, probably gonna use this one down here, this like light gold color. I'm gonna put that on my brow bone. I'm just gonna use the same brush that I used for my eyeshadow on my lid and just kind of put it up there. And then I'm going to take that same brush that I used to kind of blend this out a little bit, because I don't like it to be too shimmery up there. If my battery's about to die, stop recording. Okay, so I wanted to let you guys know that while I'm recording this, just a side note, I am natural on this hair. This hat, only reason why I have this hat on is because I just took my braids out. This, like the rest of my braids, I took them out this morning. I was working on them last night. It was taking me forever to get done with the back. Finally, I got the front part done this morning. I had too many things to do, and I was not about to wash my hair, you know, do all this stuff to it, and then I'm walking around outside with wet hair or with a bonnet cap, because I do not like doing that. So I just put on this like Rasta hat and yeah, go from there. So any hootaroo, just giving you guys an idea that this is not how I like to record, but I thought this hat was kind of cute, you know, kind of gives me that Rasta girl vibe. Anyways, so I'm going to show you guys my liner procedure, my liner process. This is the Kat Von D. My best friend, her mom, I actually got this in like a little goodie set thing from Sephora, and she gave me this, and I was like, hey. A lot of stuff that I get honestly is free. Like, I rarely pay for my stuff, but I am gonna have a video on how I do my liner, because it's like my cat eye, I feel like it needs to be filmed because it's so simple on how I do it. And I watch a lot of other people's videos on how to do cat eyes. I'm like, that's just a little more complicated than you think. So I might be a little closer up to the mirror, and you might not be able to like see what I'm doing exactly. Okay, so wings are kind of looking a little different. So I'm just gonna put this one out. There we go. That's better. So this is my wing, and what I do for this wing is so easy, and I will record that on a different date because I feel like that's something you really need to see. Because like I was like, whoa, this is the easiest way that I've ever taught myself how to put a wing eyeliner on. And right now I'm going to use the L'Oreal gel liner. I really want this liner to be very intense, so I am going to put this on with one of my Sephora gel liner brushes. I'm going to put this L'Oreal gel liner on top of it just to get it a lot darker. So now, I'm not a big fan of putting liner really close into my tear duct area. I have very sensitive eyes, and whenever I get really tired or if anything drops in my eye, my eyes will burn all day, like all day. So I do not like putting a lot of eyeliner in my tear duct area. No one can really tell, and plus I like the fact that with the cat eye that I do, it kind of, you know, goes to that smaller, then it gets fatter at the end kind of look. So it actually gives that nice, you know, cat eye look, because it works for me best that way. I don't like to do it in there too much because, like I said, if it gets in my eyes will burn all day. I ain't got all day for that. So, so now I'm going to go ahead and move on to lashes. Yes, I reuse my lashes because I don't put on lashes every day, but I love lashes. A way to really save your lashes is just hold the lash very firmly and just pull the glue off of the lash like that, and you can reuse them. You want to, it's easier to do it when you take them off that night, but I never do that because I just rip them off, get in the shower, and do what I gotta do. So I don't really think too much about these lashes at night, to be honest. So I'm just gonna rip this off. Alrighty. And the glue that I've been using is the Revlon Precision Clear glue. Not sure if you can really see it, but this glue, I'm gonna be very honest, it's semi good. Like, it's alright. It's not like, you know, perfecto, but what I like to do is actually put it on my eye a little, like just at the beginning of my eye, because that's the part that always lifts for my eyes, because like I said, my eyes are very sensitive. So in the corners and stuff, my eyes start to water a lot, and then my lashes start to lift, and I hate that. So it's almost like I'm double gluing my lashes. So I'm putting glue there, and I'm putting glue also on my lashes as well, of course. So I'm going to be putting a lot on this inner part. Make sure the inner part is shorter. These are my lashes that I think these are the Demi Wispies by Ardell. I want to say, I don't really know what number these are, but okay, make sure you guys see me. Lashes are now on. I'm just gonna let those sit there and dry, but while I am letting that dry, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Rimmel London black pencil. This is the Scandal Eyes. Everyone talks about this eyeliner. It's probably one of the best drugstore eyeliners in the world, and I just put it at my bottom line here. As you can see, it's like really dark. Really dark. So yeah, it's super duper dark, and I love it. So now that we are pretty much done with the eyes, I am gonna, so this is gonna be very weird. I know people probably gonna be like, what the heck are you doing? But this is a color correcting process that I do. I did it with my friend one day, and I think she was, at first she was kind of like, what's going on? And then I showed, once I finished with her, she was like, wow, that really works. I think I'm going to try it. So definitely don't think I'm weird when I do this. What was I doing? Color correcting. So this is the Kiss Me Coral by Revlon. It was hideous on my lips because with certain skin tones, certain people shouldn't wear certain colors, and not a lot of people believe in that, but it's really true because it kind of makes you look a little drag queenish. For like, if you want to look like a drag queen as a woman, yeah, because it's mainly for a man, you know what I'm saying, to look it's, you get my point. So I was like, okay, I'm going to use this for something else. I'm going to go with it as a color corrector because this coral orange look is great for dark skinned girls for color correcting. The chart, if you can see it on here, the red goes across from the green, and the orange goes across, I think, from purple or blue. And with this chart, what it shows you is basically how they can kind of cancel each other, balance each other out. So red balances out the green, and green balances out the red, and also the orange balances out the purples or blues that you're working with. So if you're a lighter skin tone, a really good palette to use for color correcting if you wanted to, you know, like mostly be on a budget with your color correcting, the NYX color correcting palette is really good. And yellow is what you want to use when you are light skinned and you have like any dark circles, or if you have dark discoloration on your face and you're light, yellow is good to use for color correcting. And for dark skinned girls or girls who are a little darker, you want to use your orange for color correcting because that balances out any of the dark spots that you have. Like I said on the chart, orange is across from like blue or purple, I believe, and then the red is across from the green. Green is for anyone who has redness. So if you are if you're lighter in skin tone and you have a lot of red spots, or if you have like a lot of redness on your face, like I know some people deal with a lot of redness like around their nose or around their mouth, and the green basically helps cancel out a lot of that redness when you put your foundation on top of it. So it's really good trick. And I use lipstick because this is something that I saw someone else do on a video, and they were just trying it out because they saw it on Pinterest, and I said, let me try it out because I have this cool orange looking lipstick that I can't wear, and I'm gonna do it on a lot of the spots that I know need correcting. So the main part that I have a problem with is around my mouth, like underneath underneath my mouth here is, I've always had a problem with this being really dark down there. It's getting better, but not fast enough. Beautiful Bronze by LA Girl as an all over foundation, and to me it looks great. My foundation, it makes it look like a really good foundation, and I just squeezed it too much. So I just kind of swipe this on my face, and I swipe a lot of it underneath here because I really want that orange to blend in well. And just a dab right there. So now I'm going to take my e.l.f. foundation brush and go ahead and kind of paint this on to my face. Kind of like swipe it around. I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm going to damp it a little bit with my e.l.f. Mist Setting Spray. Just kind of get it a little bit wet, so when I'm spreading out the makeup or when I'm buffing in my makeup, it's, you know. Whoa! I forgot to put on my primer! Let me try something out. I so forgot to put on my primer. I'm so mad right now. I'm putting it on over top of this. I don't care what nobody say. I'm about to put on this primer. This primer gives me life, and I didn't put it on. I know it's crazy. I just did that like on top of my makeup, but whatever. I had to put that on. So anyways, going in with my beauty blender, I so forgot to do that part. Kisses concealer. It's the Pure Mineral concealer. Probably can't really see it because it's not on autofocus, but it looks like this. I got it at the beauty supply store as well. It was I think $4.99. $4.99 I think. And I'm just gonna wipe this into my under eye section. Kind of do like a highlight, like a basically brighten up the under part of my eye. And I just like to go in like a square, not a square. I like to go like a triangle underneath my eye. To be very honest with you, this is really the only place I like to really do any kind of like extra concealer coverage, because don't really like the other, you know, putting it all over the place. That to me is not really needed on my face. So I'm just going to go ahead and go underneath my eye with my finger first and just pat it in. While I'm doing that, let me go ahead and get my e.l.f. powder set, because I want to make sure I set my, and then I take my beauty blender and just kind of blend that in a lot better. In the crease, I just kind of take my finger and smudge it, blend a little bit. I'm going to take my e.l.f. mineral powder brush, and I'm going to take my e.l.f. setting powder that I, well, whatever kind of powder this is called, and I'm going to put it underneath my eye while looking up, not directly down into it. Needed. And I'm going to take my 6 color palette from BH Cosmetics. This is something else my sister got me. Not got me. This is something else that my sister had and she never used. And I'm going to be using the dark brown that's in there. It's a pretty dope. It's pretty dope. It has, you know, your 2 blushes and then, you know, your highlight and contour section over there. And there, another angled brush, going to be from e.l.f. as well. I'm just going to sweep that upwards and downwards. So yeah, there's the contour line there. So upwards first and then downwards. So as you can see my contour there, and then I'm going to go ahead and do it around my head down there. And what I'm going to do now, because I didn't do it and I keep forgetting like important steps, I'm going to go ahead while this is setting on my face, take my setting powder and set my forehead and underneath my contour, because I don't want my powder to go on top of my contour, because that kind of defeats the purpose of it. So I'm going to go around it like that, and then on my nails. Now I'm going to wipe this powdery stuff off of my face, and I'm going to use my stippled brush by e.l.f. I'm going to just go in. I just like the way it feels and how it just wipes it off like that. See? Like, whoop. And now like my under eye and stuff is nice and set. So yeah, I don't really like to do the whole like too bright look, because that's not really my style bronzer or whatever. But this is the Ruby Kisses All Over Glow Bronzer. I use it as a highlighter. Bomb! Okay, and I'm going to use the Fergie. This is the Hollywood Boulevard. Yeah, Hollywood Boulevard highlighter that she has. I think this is also considered a bronzer, but I use it as a highlighter on my cheeks because it's so glittery and gold. And this little brush, this little fan brush is really thin and small, but I still like to use it because it makes me not feel like I have so much highlighter on my cheeks. So like in the camera, it looks like I have a ton on. I am gonna I have to hurry up because my battery is about to die, and I'm glad this is like the end of the video because I don't want my battery to die on me. And I'm going to just take one of my blush brushes and kind of soften up that highlight a little bit because it's a little much. And then do the same thing with the other side. Okay, I'm going to quicken this up a little bit. So, Jordana eyeshadow stick. I don't think they sell these anymore. This is the brown. It goes on as a matte lip. And I'm going to put that on. So yeah, now I'm going to take my Wet n Wild Mochalicious. This is also another matte lipstick. And I'm putting that like in the center. Putting that like in the center of my lip. And then last thing, I'm going to be taking the Buxom. It's called Samantha. The Buxom lip gloss. I also got this from my sister's collection. And I'm putting that like in the center portion of my lips. It does have like a minty feel. And shabam. I was going to put some mascara on my lashes, but I think I'm going to pass because my battery's about to die. So this is the finished look. Let me zoom out for you guys and kind of make it crisp. So this is the finished look of my makeup. The lighting's not really that great, like I said, in this bathroom. I tried to use natural light, but because it's like raining and stuff outside, I'm sorry. I'm just making sure y'all can see me. Anyways, so this is the look that I went for today. Hopefully you guys like more of my, you like this video, and then I can post some more makeup tutorials. Like I said, I will show you guys how to do my wing liner, how to put on my lashes so quickly, and also show you guys just like separate parts of what I do, just because this one is just like an all over, like, oh, let me just show you how I do my makeup real quick. And yeah, so hopefully you guys like this video. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great blessed day.